Namaste to all the participants of Bhagavad Gita Summit, and it is my honor and privilege today to welcome Swami Sadatmanandji to our this special session. Namaste Swamiji and Pranam.
There are some misconceptions about Bhagavad Gita. One misconception is that Bhagavad Gita is only meant for swearing in the court. It is used for swearing in the court. Whatever I say, I will say the truth, nothing but truth. For this swearing, Bhagavad Gita is used. So many people may think that it is meant only for that. Only in the court it is required. It is not true. It is required at home as well. Another misconception is that Bhagavad Gita book is to be used for doing puja. So they keep it in puja room for doing puja of Bhagavad Gita. That also is not correct. Bhagavad Gita is to be used for at least chanting. One more misconception is that Bhagavad Gita chanting should be done only when somebody is dying. So Bhagavad Gita is meant for dying people. That also is not true. It is meant for living people. And some people think that Bhagavad Gita is to be used only for chanting. That also is not correct. Bhagavad Gita is to be understood. The meaning of the shlokas is to be understood. And some people think that Bhagavad Gita being the part of Mahabharata, if Bhagavad Gita study is done in our house, then there will be a fight in our house. That also is not correct. In fact, Bhagavad Gita, if is studied well, it will bring peace, harmony in life. And one more misconception is there about Bhagavad Gita, that Bhagavad Gita is teaching to fight. The message of Bhagavad Gita is to fight. That also is not correct. Fighting is not the message of Bhagavad Gita. In fact, Bhagavad Gita emphasizes the value of ahimsa. Yes, there is a reference of this duty of Arjuna in the form of fighting. So that fight happened to be the duty of Arjuna, and therefore wherever there is a reference of fighting, it should be understood as performing one's duty.
The next question, Swamiji, is about children. And I'm a mother, I have a son, and I face it myself also. So we see that children become more independent these days. And, when we grew up, we were more traditional in the sense that we were more respectful. We would listen to our parents. Even though we disagreed, we would keep quiet and we will listen. So there is a constant struggle of communication between parents and children, because now they are more outspoken. And any message that you can give to parents to improve their communication with their children?
First of all, look upon your children as the blessings you have received from the Lord. Don't look upon them as liability. See them as blessings. Second thing is, rather than insisting they should understand you, start understanding them. Generally, the parents' approach is children don't understand us. But parents should think, are we understanding them? Are we sincerely trying to understand them? Their background, their peer pressure, their classroom situation, their friend circle. Are we trying to understand them? In life, it is important. The correction should start from us. Rather than insisting, struggling to make them understand, first you understand them.
day unfolds according to the law of karma. So prarabdha, the karma that you have come with, is like a suitcase with a combination lock. The key and the combination is with Chitragupta, Bhagavan, in the form of the one who unfolds the karma. You cannot open and see, oh, what gift do I have today? No, the gift will come. In fact, it may not even be a gift according to you, but you have to learn to see it as a gift. This is prasada buddhi. Morning is glorious. Everything went wonderfully. The coffee tasted very nice, or the tea, and then I went to work and everything was wonderful. And then what? Oh, there bad news greeted. Something happened and the co-workers are not cooperating. The boss is siding with the co-workers and all the ideas that one has is not being accepted. And so suddenly the afternoon is not going very well. And this is life. Every day it unfolds in this kind of a manner. And so to have this equanimity, to use the words of the Bhagavad Gita, samatvam, requires the ability to transcend what is happening to oneself. Not to take it personally, but to see it as a law of karma, which is the manifestation of Bhagavan.